Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Phil with Full of Life Ministries. Today or tonight, I'm compelled to talk to you about a topic that you may feel like it doesn't apply to your current situation. You know, something I often tell folk good information, whether you need it or not, should always be collected and never disposed of. Because you never know when your voice, your power of influence, can provide a solution, an antidote to a problem worth solving. You see, I believe that many of the issues we now face as a society is a direct result of lack of leadership. They try to convince us that they have our best interest in mind. I see so many signs along the sidewalks and all along the highways saying, if you elect me, I'll do such and such a thing. They'll say, I'll fight for you. They'll convey a message that says, I want to create opportunities for you that will open up doors that appear to be shut and locked. I'll create more jobs. I will fix the homeless situation. I'm going to lower the amount of crime that's on our streets. I'm going to build up the economy. I'm going to lower gas prices. You guys know a lot of promises, a lot of bells and whistles, smoke and mirrors, hoping that you will vote them into office. And I know many of them have good intentions. Many of these political figures went to school hoping for the day where they could possibly bring change to our world, to our cities, to our communities. But I believe that there's people who have a lack of understanding of what true leadership looks like. Are special interest groups special? Are they looking out for the best interests of individuals who have been neglected, ostracized, left without any hope or future? Are corporations giving millions of dollars to a candidate for the best interests of God's people? Or maybe it's to build their portfolio for their shareholders and supporters. It was no different in the Bible days. King Saul of Israel started off in the early beginnings of his kingship well. But over a period of time, his insecurities and his fear became the centerpiece of his life. He became a tyrant and a vicious manhunter who destroyed the lives of many. His fit of jealousy and hatred for David drove him to commit serious atrocities against innocent people. Bad leaders who are operating in jealousy and hatred oftentimes demonstrate a great propensity to lie, cheat, and steal, and to do whatever it takes to take away the well-deserved honor that a person should be receiving. I'm here to remind you that real, genuine leaders who are secure within themselves and remain humble will in fact have a greater impact because they realize that the gift of leadership comes from the Lord. You ask the question, how do I gain honor and respect that will make me a good leader? I'm glad you asked. Let me answer your question this way. Proverbs 29:14 echoes a timely word that I believe needs to be ministered to every single leader in every aspect of life. It says leadership gains authority and respect when the voiceless poor are treated fairly. Today or tonight, this message is entitled Real Leaders. Listen, everybody. Real leaders display God-given qualities that leave an indelible mark in the world. Their character shines bright like the sun. They represent honesty, courage, integrity, humility, willing to be taught, and always acknowledging that all of their success comes from the Lord. You see, real leaders are never influenced by the mighty dollar. They understand their purpose for creating an atmosphere of unity that goes beyond the so-called riches of this world. Real authority and respect is often viewed as a secondary pursuit. We use authority as a weapon and we neglect respect because pride in oneself convinces you that respecting your fellow man or woman is a sign of weakness. Don't be deceived. Real leaders are connected to the cause because real leaders understand that it's a calling given by the Lord to change the complexities of life. For hope never disappoints, and hope will continue to pour into our lives. Romans 5:5. We are speaking about the voiceless, the people who are struggling through life and are looking for a glimmer of hope that one day they can feel empowered, liberated, because the door of possibilities has swung wide open. I'm referring to those who can't speak for themselves. I'm speaking about the needy, the fatherless, and the widows as ones who had little value to the community. Real leaders are called by God to implement a new way of living and leading. Philippians, the 2nd chapter, verses 3 and 4 explains it this way. Don't do anything for selfish purposes, but with humility, think of others as better than yourselves. Instead of each person watching out for their own good, watch out for what is better for others. And Proverbs 31 verses 8 and 9 says it best. It declares that real leaders speak out on the behalf of the voiceless and for the rights of all who are vulnerable. A real leader speaks out in order to judge with righteousness and to defend the needy and the poor. And one last thing that I want you to remember. Real leaders never waver when living by the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. For they know that God has their back. So today or tonight, when you contemplate on becoming a leader, or you support someone because you believe that they will be a good leader, consider the facts. Weigh the information of what God states in His Word, what a real leader is. And maybe you have the characteristics to make yourself a good leader. My prayer for you is to humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. And as the Bible declares in James chapter 4, verse 6, it says, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. To gain authority and respect, God is simply saying real leaders are the most humble leaders because they are being led by the principles and standards of Jesus Christ. Today or tonight, I want you to be encouraged and continue to keep shining. And thank you once again for tuning in to our Full of Life Ministries YouTube channel. God bless you. Please subscribe, hit share.